Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another video on the channel. So today, like the previous few videos, we are going to be playing with Jund Food. This deck is just so much fun at the moment. There's so much reactivity to what the opponent does, um, whilst at the same time just having a lot of board pressure, just pings. It's just a lot of fun to play. There's a lot of thinking to do, however, but when you're in the right mindset and you've got enough time, it's very fun to play. So, with that being said, we're just going to get into some games, just go through it. Hopefully, let's go for some traditional standard ranked. My preferred choice in ranked, I just feel there's a lot more options when it comes to the player, and also I feel it's for better Magic players, may I say it, just because there's a lot more thought when it comes to sideboarding rather than just playing an aggressive deck. I still do like aggressive decks. Like Mono Red was my favourite deck a few weeks ago, but I feel that as the meta's changed, it's favoured less. So previously, just after Oko was banned, Mono Red was, I think, in my opinion, it was the best deck. However, now as the meta's kind of developed and people have decided what they want to play, there's a lot more life gain, and a lot more controlling aspects. So I'll keep this hand. I'll play the Fabled Passage to start. I mean, he is on the play, so okay, 3 Fabled Passages. Not quite what I want to be combating aggro. But what I do quite like to combat aggro is double Mayhem Devil. Alright, so we have ourselves a Selesnya Adventures kind of deck. Haven't played this one in quite a while. This has quite a good matchup against it, just because it's a lot of low toughness creatures, and these Mayhem Devils especially like to help with that. So we'll sack this, get a black mana. There's more stuff that we would have to play with black as opposed to red. Okay. We take the damage. Then we play Trail of Crumbs. Okay. Unbreakable formation. Alrighty then. So we will just sack straight away to search for a red source. Now, we go down to 10 at the bare minimum. Trail of Crumbs comes down. It's just going to be better for us later on into the game. And I hate to say it, but we kind of do have to think about what's going to happen later on. Okay, so we at least have one kind of target. Okay, proliferates. Alright. Okay, draws 2. And then next turn he'll be able to tap my creatures. Yeah, I think like when it comes to playing this deck, you've kind of just got to see when the tide is a bit too big. But next turn he can swing for 4, 7, 8, 10, 13. The maximum I can gain is up to 10. I could gain some blockers, but he'll just tap them. So, yeah, good for him. He's won the first game. Hopefully in the second game I can get a bit more fortunate as to what lands I have. And I won't just be stuck with 3 Fabled Passages. The Fabled Passages are nicer later on. Okay. So now what we would like to see is we need to add these Bone Crusher Giants in. We'll take out the Casualties of War. Too slow. I will add in 2 Thrashing Bronzedons. Nice blockers. I will also take out a Corvold and a Vraska. Actually, I'll kind of just drop Vraska actually. It's a bit too slow. Like by turn 4, I'd want other things to be doing than casting my Vraska. Alright. No, just waiting on this guy to see what he wants to do. It's probably just adding in like Sorcerer Spyglass or something like that, but it's a tough thing. Also, while waiting, if I could just ask you to subscribe to the channel. As of recording this, it is New Year's Eve, and I'm hoping to get to 20 subscribers before the new year, or at least very soon on in the new year. We've got 2 subscribers to go, so if one of you or 2 of you wouldn't mind subscribing, that would be very kind. And I also don't object if more than that wants to. But enough of that. We're into the game. So Blood Crypt will go down first, then we'll play Trail of Crumbs. Actually, it's probably better for Fabled Passage. Just because we can play this untap later on if we want to get the Murderous Rider down. We will sack this to get our black source. And we kind of just want to get to a point where we could control this game. Right, Trail of Crumbs. Whatever he plays this turn, we will kill with Murderous Rider. And then the turn after we can play it as a blocker. Okay. Protection from multicolored. Well, that is... We'll end the turn. But there's no reason for us to... Is it multicolored or monocolored? I forget. Multicolored. Okay, that's good. Does he give it indestructible? Because it can still target it, it doesn't go straight to the bin. It's a bit of a kick in the teeth, however, I am fine with that. Venerated Loxodon, eh? This boy likes himself a counter or 2. Okay. Let's play Trail of Crumbs. And then I'll see, do I want a Paralyzed Druid out here? The answer is not really. What I'm going to do anyway is I'm just going to sack a food to be able to search for a card. There's no rush to play out the Paralyzed Druid. Okay. Exile target creature opponent controls. Alright. Then he swings in for 9. It'll only be 6, but still not much of a... We take the goose. Alright. Another Strip Beast. Great. Alright, we're always going to sack a food here, so might as well get it done now. Play 1. Could take the Bone Crusher Giant. We'll decline it, just so we can... This is a really bad position for us to be in. And this is 9 points of damage. We won't block any of it. Okay. So the tide starts to turn into our favour. So we currently have 6 mana open. Okay, I will destroy the Lovestruck Beast. Just there's more chance of him getting 1/1s. Shiza. I did not factor in the life. Loss. Yeah, that's his. Let's go on our own terms. Alright, well, into the next game we go. We can't win them all. Okay, into this game we go. We can play first. I'm not looking at it because that's not a good hand. I mean, we can keep this. Still not looking great, but it's alright. No, not the mountain. Don't glitch me into doing that. And the next turn, we'll get a green. Just because green leaves us open to mana fixing. What does this guy want to do? He gets a green, and he makes a little bit more of an inroad. Next turn, I will play the Paralyzed Druid, just because it leaves us open to put all 3 of these creatures onto the battlefield. No blocks. He kind of expects that to happen. Okay, alright, I didn't expect that. Alright, so he is actually going to be playing the Temur Adventure deck now I think of it. And next turn he'll probably play the Lovestruck Beast. I'll wait for him to swing in with the 1/1. I mean, he probably won't because I've got effective blockers for it, but... My turn. Play the land. Not that we need it, but... No, not like that. So now we've got an effective way to kill his 1/1 little blockers. He could have a flame sweep in hand, but that's not so awful for us. Ping him for 1. What will he do now? Maybe use a Bone Crusher Giant to kill the goose. That's what I've kind of got at a best guess. Where's a borrow? Bring this to hand. Alright, well. Let's just get an extra point of damage through then. My turn. So, actually, this is quite a, dare I say it, clever move. If he blocks, I kill the Lovestruck Beast. Because I will then use this extra food to sack it, and then I'll get 2 more triggers off of this, and I will also sack this to get myself a black source of mana. He doesn't wish to do it? Fine by me. If he chooses to maybe Bone Crusher Giant the goose, I'll just sack this to get another land. Fey of Wishes. Righty who? What does he choose to get? Probably... yeah, alright, okay. Ping you for 1. Get ourselves a black source of mana. Get ourselves another food token. Then we'll do this. Play a Paralyzed Druid. Next to combat. Next to attackers. We will actually swing in with these 2. Now I think of it. Actually no, we'll swing in with these 3. 3 attackers. Now before blocks I can kill the Lovestruck Beast. Sacrificing a food. To do 1 point of damage to him. He loses the creature. Then I hit him for the 6 points of damage, and then I can just sack the Cauldron Familiar with the Witches of them. So that's just quite a nice combo. Getting him with combat damage and then being able to finish off with the sack triggers. Now it comes to what I want to add in. It will definitely be Drill Bit. Thrashing Bronzestone as well. I'll take out... I'll keep 1 Casualties of War. Fresco Golgari Queen. Saw is definitely not going to be useful. Actually, yeah, it will. I'll take out Murderous Rider, Trail Carbs, Paralyzed Druid, Gilded Goose. Just to like, how do I explain this? To kind of thin down the deck, if you will. What other cards would that have? I'll take out Cavalier of Night. It's less. There's less need for it, considering his big attackers will be 5 toughness. So, you know, they'll be able to kill it. It's not as if we'll have a lot of smaller attackers. There's a chance of a Bone Crusher Giant. However, there's other ways for me to kill that with my deck. Considering there's quite a lot of interaction built in within my deck. That's one of the things I really like about it, is how much it can deal with and just kind of answer the opponent. Okay, mulliganing this, not enough kind of interaction. I'll get rid of the... okay, what do I want to get rid of here? I will keep a Corvold. The Corvold, Gilded Goose are definites. I'll almost certainly... it's a difficult decision. Probably... it's between the Witch's Oven and the Mountain. I'm on the draw, so there's more of a chance of me getting lands. And that was the wrong decision to make, quite evidently. Cold Familiar comes down. This is quite nice because it evades just a lot of his removal spells. Puts him on a kind of clock. Maybe he's got a Sorcerer Spyglass. Hopefully he tries to Bone Crusher Giant this. Let's just taunt him a little bit. Let's go over your go. Hopefully that leads him to be a bit more. Okay. What does he have with a single blue? Well, actually, no, he's on the play, so he's got a land to play. Let's offer him a trade for it. Yeah, he's quite obviously never going to take that. I kind of knew that. He draws a card. And also, if he blocks it, I can't just sack it in response. It's no big. It's the same here. If he wants to swing in with an edge Windkeeper, I can just combat trick the hell out of him and deflect all the damage. Alright, he knows that, so he's not going to do anything. We kind of maybe want to see Trailer Crumbs here. He won't be dealing much damage to me with a Bone Crusher Giant. He knows that. The reason I brought in Thrashing Broadstones is he could have the Lucky Clover, is it called? Alright, one more land away from Corvold, and once we get Corvold in, we pretty much just win the game. That's a lot of card draw, especially with the 2 Witcher Summons. He likes to flick over my lands a bit when he's looking. That's the blockers. Just block this. That's the damage. Skips the rolls. Fair. What could he find? There's a Lucky Clover. Alright, let's go to combat. We'll just swing in with the... We won't. He knows what we're going to do. So, what can he do? That Brazen Borrow is on an adventure, so he can't do anything with that. He'll probably play Lucky Clover, at which point I'll sack the... Cancel. Wrong one. We sack the tapped one to kill it. He does get to get 2 lands, however. Although he will lose his other Escape to the Wilds, which I'm quite happy about. And he gets... He's got a negate. Now, I'm not sure about playing negates against me. It's quite a creature heavy deck, even though there are just like the odd Witch's Ovens and Trail of Crumbs. That's two attackers. My turn. Alright. We'll sack. No, there's no point in like not doing it twice. He doesn't have a red source of mana open, so I don't see damage coming in that way. Next turn we will just go on and bounce it to my hand then. No, I can't. No, he's got no responses. Alright, the guy's getting a little bit salty now. He kind of sees the writing on the wall. Play Brazen Bar in response, sack a thing. I'll just sack a land. If I sack any of these, it leaves it too open for him. Next to combat. No attacks. End the turn. What's he going to do? Play the Brazen Burrow. Alright. Draw himself a card. That comes down. There it is, him glancing over my lands again. Not sure what he's doing with that. But I can get 4 triggers here to gain counters up here by 4. In response to whatever he's got going on. Okay, Fair Wishes. Probably going to get that enchantment again, unless he's brought all of them into his deck, which takes away his ability to use them. This guy seems like an intelligent player, so I'm not sure that that's going to be what he has done, but it's always a chance. He casts it. These all abilities becomes a 3/3 elk. Well, I quite like the idea of having a 3/3 elk on my side. So it does keep the counters on it. So it's still an 8/8 creature, which I'm quite happy with. Maybe he bounces his snap back to his hand. I don't know. Like, what can he do here? He's deep into the fort tank, whatever it is. What can he do with 3 mana? See, the game is obviously in our favour here. Alright, he plays the Edgewing Keeper. He plays Fair Wishes. Getting that card draw going. I mean, playing our cleansing here for it would be really good. Especially after we do what we're about to do. Probably just swings with a Brazen Borrower here. So now we sacrifice the food and essentially we're just going to drill bit him, take away the card, if any, which is most likely to lead to our downfall. Escape to the Wilds, destroy target. Yeah, I mean, Escape to the Wilds is just too good there. Bring this in tapped. Next to combat, swing in with Corvold. No reason not to. And we'll leave the Fractured Broadstone Black as a blocker. If he blocks with everything, he kills it. Yeah, end turn. If Banefire was still in, he might have a chance. So currently I have 3 damage. Alright, he's getting card draw, but he's only got max of 4 mana to help with his endeavours. Attackers. Past blockers. Past damage. So target card from a graveyard. Okay. In response to this, I will sack the Thrashing Broadstone. Into full control. So response to that. So I resolved that one. He comes out of a graveyard. Now, that return to nature should hopefully fizzle. Yeah. That ability fizzles too. Yeah, okay, alright. We're all good. We're all good. So we've managed to go through that whole thing. Is this guy going to make us go through all of it? I assume he is. He's only got 1 mana left open, so there's nothing he could do. If I was this guy, I would just quit right now, but he seems to be a bit stubborn. And back it comes out, like so. There we go. And that is it. That is enough to kill him. So we've won 1, we've lost 1 today. Swings and roundabouts. We're up a little stage here, but I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, does it? Thank you guys ever so much for watching, and I will be back with another video for you guys tomorrow, so make sure to subscribe. Also, it would be much appreciated if you could drop a like, comment on video, what you think, and yeah, have a great New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, or whenever you're watching this, just have a great day. Goodbye.